Hello, everybody. How's it going? I'm Cheryl B. Englehart. If you don't know who I am, who here does not know who I am? You can say, I don't know you. And that's fine. We'll get to know each other in the next hour-ish. And if you do know me, say, hey. Give me like a, I know you. I know you. That's like, I know Englehart. I-K-E. Say, Ike. I know Englehart. So yeah, let me know if you are returning from the email challenge or you've done some sort of work with me, or if this is your first time talking about email, because email is like not the sexy thing to talk about in the music world. We want to talk about getting our music in films and TV and to be on big Spotify playlists. And that's like the really fun stuff. But that's also the stuff that takes a lot of time, some good amount of money and networking and connections and all sorts of stuff. Whereas email is kind of a immediate return on investment as soon as you start doing it correctly, which is what I'm going to teach you today. Yay! So, yay. Oh, Stephanie, you saw me on the Instagram Live with Chris Bradley. I love Chris Bradley. When I put on a hat and glasses, we are like twinsies. I love her. She's amazing. She's an amazing producer. So Randall, you were here yesterday. Oh my God, back for more. You're gonna see it again. All the great stuff. But I love that you're here. So hey Deb, nice to meet you. First timers. Grant from Australia. I love that. I love that. So I do this a couple times a year. I'm a full-time musician. I've been writing my next record, but a couple times a year, I think it's really important to talk to other musicians about what's working for me. And for me, that's all about communication, specifically communicating with my fans, because they are the things that keep me going. They're the reasons I'm able to fund the things that I'm doing. They are my lifeline. I used to tour a ton, like 12, 15 years ago. And the people that sign up at my tours are still on my list. So I figured I was doing something right. And now I'm sharing that with you. So I'm going to go down. I talk very quickly. This is the link where you can come back and watch the replay. You can watch it at half speed if you have to. I won't be offended, nor will I know. But I talk quickly because I know that there are songs to write and singles to release and all of the fun stuff. And this stuff can be fun. Hopefully we'll bring a little fun into it. But I don't want to waste your time. And I really value that you are here. And I want to honor you that you are here. And I'm excited you are my people, fellow creators. So you may not be a musician. That's totally fine. This applies to everyone that wants to create a fan base, a base of people that are going to buy the thing that you're creating. So whether you're an author or a painter or a photographer, you are also totally welcome here. Everyone is welcome here. This is an inclusive webinar. So, I'm really excited that you're here. So I'm going to share my screen, and this is how today's going to go. I'm going to give you a lot of value. Take screenshots, take notes, do what you got to do to like retain as much of this as possible. I'm going to shoot it at you really fast. We've got 4 things to go through, sort of a linear process of how to level up your email list. And then I'm going to tell you how to do the deep dive with me. And then you're going to hang out because I'm going to do a giveaway. And the way I do this giveaway, first of all, you're going to be able to get some cool prizes. But the way I do this giveaway is something that you can do if you do live streams, or if you ever go online, ever live and talk to your fans, you can do exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do a giveaway, and then I'm going to give you an actual assignment, because I am not a fan of inspiration. I mean, who's not a fan of inspiration? Everyone loves inspiration. But I mean, like when I used to go to music conferences and I'd walk away like, I'm so inspired, but I have literally no idea what to do now. That's not going to be here. You're going to have like a to-do list so that if you do even one of these things, you're going to be in a much better place in terms of connecting with your fans and monetizing from that fan base than you were an hour earlier. So that's my promise to you, which is really exciting, right? So I'm going to share some screens. Oh, and then there's going to be a live Q&A. I will stay on as long as you have questions. I will answer all of your questions. So stay till the end. If you're here live, it's going to be totally worth it. I promise. This is a really great investment into your career. And I really honor you for taking the time out to make this happen. So, and yes, you can watch this later. This is the same link. But you want to be here live because you can only get the giveaways if you're here live. I've got some other bonus stuff that you can only get if you're here live. And you can only ask your personal questions here live. Okay, so stick around and y'all are awesome. So hey, James, hey, Ed, I'm going to be reading the comments as I present. So I'll try to get some questions, but if I don't see your question, don't get offended. I'm not ignoring you. Just ask it later during the Q&A. You're welcome to type it in again. Okay. All right. So let me share my screen here. You're going to see some of my slides and I will read what's on them. So if you're not someone who is looking at your screen, that's totally fine. Okay. Hey, Teddy, you're here again. I love that. Okay, here we go. This is called How I Made $20,000 from a 2K list. But here's the thing. I've done this twice. No, definitely more. I made $20,000 multiple times from a list that's not hundreds of thousands of people. Some people think that they need to actually have 10,000 people on their list to see any sort of income. This is not Spotify streaming, people. This is way higher payoff. So with me, this is me. There's me. I love music. Yay. Okay. So I'm on a mission today. I will provide the easiest way for any artist, regardless of where they are in their fan gathering process, which means you can also just be starting out, to have a supportive, engaged, and profitable email list. And I'll show you how to create more money and or results from that list than any other element of their music career. I say money or results because sometimes money is not the goal. It's not what we're trying to do. It might be a great side effect of having the success that you want, but I just want to put it out there that your success is unique to you. And yeah, that could be money or not. Cool. So today we're going to cover the biggest email mistake you're probably making. Actually, I'm going to cover a lot of email mistakes. I will let you know. I'm like, this is a mistake I see a lot of musicians make. The biggest one, because I can't even help myself, we might as well just get started now, is sending newsletters. No longer will you ever send a newsletter. So like, hand up. I promise I will never send another newsletter. Okay. Here's why. We are in a culture where when you're scrolling through social media, you see one photo, one caption, one topic. We are in a one topic media consumption time. Newsletters are outdated. There are too many options, so people don't actually do anything. If you're like, here's a new video, and here's a single, and here's the thing I did, and here's a blog post, and here's someone else's thing, like people are gonna be like, oh, like it's just occurring as like a billboard. People are just overwhelmed. So we never send newsletters. Our emails are targeted. There's a specific outcome we want from whatever email we send, whether that is in a series that's automated, I'll talk about that in a second, or a broadcast that's going out in real time. One topic. Cool? And yeah, Theodora says, I never send them and I never read them when I get them. There's a reason for that. So we're never sending newsletters again. Okay. Everybody good with me here? Okay, cool. So the 4 easy things that we're going to cover that you can do this week to select your email strategy. We're going to talk about that. Expand your list. We're going to talk about that. Connect with that list. That is your content, what you are writing and when you're sending it. We're going to cover that. And collect from that list, aka collect money. Yeah, monetize or specific results that you're looking to grow. Okay, cool. You're also going to get an opportunity to master this email thing with me because we're going to go so fast. You're going to get your head wrapped around all this stuff and you're going to be way better off. Even if you do nothing, you just sit here and listen. I believe in osmosis. This is not like you get what you put into it. Like, okay, yes, and you're going to get something no matter what. But at the end, I'll let you know how you can master this with me. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make a huge change for your music career by having a magical relationship with your fans, by distilling thousands of hours I spent on this topic. You guys, I have spent thousands of hours and I will show you how I did that. So just very quickly, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Cheryl. I've got 5 records out. I'm working on my 6th one that's going to come out in July. I'm a singer-songwriter. So 4 of them are pop. They got 40 TV commercial placements. I've toured all over the United States and Europe, 7 times in Switzerland. I'm like Britney Spears in Switzerland, you guys. I fan funded 2 records for $20,000 each with the fan list of under $2,000. Also the title of this webinar. I also had my fans last year funded a Billboard ad. I had a full page ad in the Billboard Grammy preview issue, and I got my record to #1 on iTunes and Amazon. So all the major awesome successes I've seen have been because of my fans. I'm also a composer. It's actually how I got my start in the music industry. I've done over 60 scores for College Humor. I've done a dozen documentaries and short films, and I've scored commercials like Ziploc, Honey Nut Cheerios, car commercials, and I write for social justice choirs as well as a Broadway musical that I'm co-creating. So I do a lot of fun stuff. I'm a musician. So my life is interesting. Like this is where I recorded my #1 charting New Age album last year in a little tiny town in Greece, which was super fun. That was the room where I was in. And then right after that Greek visit, what was it? An artist residency. I went to France, and this is a 5,000 seat amphitheater where a choir was premiering one of my social justice pieces, and that was awesome. And then I went to a film premiere, and then I had auditions for my musical, and then I went and spoke at the CD Baby conference. You guys, I missed this, but that's me saying something very important. And this is my life. And I also run a mastermind called Amplify for musicians ready to level up, and it's my most favorite place on the internet. It's a monthly membership. So I also wanted to let you know that I'm a mind reader. I see some of you are like, you can't read my mind. I've got all the walls around here. Yeah, okay, cool. You may be keeping me out, but we're also keeping you in. And that's not the point here. We want to get you out and proud of your music, right? So this is why I'm a mind reader, because I bet about email, you've had maybe one of these thoughts, or maybe even about this training. So you might have thought, I've tried to get a handle on email before. How will this training be any different? So maybe you've tried before, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't try again in a new way with new tools, because that's what I'm going to give you. Okay. It can't be that easy. Yeah. Okay. It's not that easy. So you are correct, but it is super rewarding. And if you want a music career for the long haul, like you're in this because this is like who you are and what you need to do, then this is the tool that's going to come along with you. I get this question. You guys, I only ever get this question from dudes. So if you want to ask me, why are you sharing this with me if you're a real musician? I say, I have some rude things to reply to that, but I also say, I think that musicians inherently, there are a lot of us that have like a teacher bug. Like we just can't help ourselves. Like we want to provide this stuff. So when I went down this rabbit hole of email marketing, like I've had an email list forever, and I'll share a little bit about that. But a couple of years ago, I was like, okay, my fans are really showing up for me over email. I'm doing email right, but maybe there's like more stuff I could do. I could do it even better. So I got certified as a digital marketing specialist with email, and I learned my mind was blown. I was like, oh my God, no labels, no musicians are doing this. And I was like, I have to make a course. I have to do some online trainings. So I'm doing this because I feel like I wish another indie musician had done this for me, so I didn't have to do this. But I'm the one that did it, so I'm sharing it with you. We like to teach. That's what we do as musicians. We put our stuff out there, and we like to contribute. Okay, who has thought this? I see you if you have. I don't want to bother my subscribers with emails. Who are my I don't want to bothers? When someone says to me, like, I don't want to learn email because I don't want to send emails, because I don't want to sell, I don't want to bother, all you're telling me is that you don't think you have anything worth saying. Can you get that? Like, I don't want to bother people is I'm not worthy of communicating something that I've created. So we're going to talk about how to send emails the right way. But I want you to get rid of that conversation that sending an email means you're bothering someone. You may not like getting emails because you probably are not on, maybe you sign up for some lists that you shouldn't be on because they're not interesting to you anymore. That's okay. You're just not that person's person. So don't use yourself as a barometer for how you want to receive emails, okay? So I want to tell you that if you are creating art, first of all, like in a pandemic, people are turning to art left and right. You are contributing to the world. So you absolutely have something of value. So this, I don't want to bother people I don't want to tell them about the thing I've created. Like, shame on you. People deserve to hear the stuff you created. Okay. So get rid of this right now. Okay. Because I see through excuses. You guys, I have a very good BS meter. Some of you are like, I'm too old to start email, or like all of your excuses are just excuses, right? They're cop-outs because it all comes back to you don't think you have anything worth saying. And I'm here to tell you that you do. Okay. Last mind reading thing. I don't have time to put into my email. I'm just here to listen. This is totally great if you're just here to listen. But I promise you, if you put a little bit of time up front, it's going to pay off. And a lot of musicians have more time than money. And maybe you're the opposite. You can hire someone to do some of the stuff, and we'll talk about different ways you could do that if you wanted to. But if you put in your own time and you become a master of your email list, it's just very empowering to be a master of anything. But really what you're becoming is a master of your music career. And it's totally worth the time. So yeah, and there's ways to work that out. And I'm going to talk about how to actually like time manage this. Okay, cool. So yes, I'm a mind reader, right? I'm also just a musician, and I've been to all of these places in my head at some point. So let's just get on the same page. What does an email list give to you? Right? Because it's like, what's in it for me? Your email list will bring you connection, right? Through your emails, you're going to be connecting directly with people who will become fans. And I say will become because they're not necessarily fans when they sign up. We'll talk about more of that later. Your email list gives you accountability. They want to see you succeed, so you're not alone. I tell this story, but last year it took me 2 weeks. I had the email draft. It took me 2 weeks to hit send on an email where I was saying, I want to be #1 on the Billboard charts. Because I was like, what if I don't hit it? I'm going to feel stupid. I'm going to have to tell them that they need to help me and they need to buy the stuff. And like, there's all this work to do. But the second I declared it, they were like, cool, what does that mean? And I was like, oh, it's sales. And at the time it was sales. And like, this is what we need to do. And it was like game on. So they are my accountability team. The second I say something out loud to my fan list, or like, out loud on an email, they're then holding me accountable. And that's very cool. Very cool. No being squirrely with those goals. Your email list will give you your super fans. They will show themselves like sharing airline points, which is something my fans did, or supporting you through fan funding efforts, buying your merch. But it's going to be way more obvious who those fans are than just looking on social media. Yes, your fans will comment as well on your social media, but who are your super fans? Your super fans are people that buy stuff. There's no such thing as a super fan that hasn't bought anything. Think about that again. For those of you that are like, I want 1,000 super fans and I have 1,000 people commenting on my Facebook group. Therefore, I have my 1,000 super fans. No, you don't. Super fans are the people that buy stuff from you. Okay. There's no such thing as a super fan that hasn't bought something. So we have to get good at selling. Therefore, we have to get good at connecting with fans so that when we sell, they're an automatic yes. They're an automatic heck yes. Cool. Okay, cool. Your email list helps you achieve your goals because of all the other reasons I just said. Okay, so don't worry, I got you. If you're like overwhelmed and don't know how to do this stuff, if you're like me at all, and you're like, okay, cool, I like all this stuff, but how do I do it? And you're going to the how place, just breathe with me because I got you. We're going to go through this. All right, so email to me started very early on in my music career. I'm talking like 17 years ago. I became friends with Sarah Bareilles. And if you don't know her, she's awesome. And we kind of also look alike. I think I look like a lot of people, I guess. And so we became friends, and she taught me really early on that you can be your authentic self in email. She was hilarious and vulnerable. And I was like, cool, I'm going to do that. It's just like, that just seemed like the normal thing to do. And so we became friends, and I followed her career, and I was like, all right, this is the norm. And it turned out that it's not the norm, that she's actually a unicorn from another planet. And that's beside the point. But I decided I wanted to learn about this and make it my norm. So a couple of years ago, April, oh my God, you guys, it's like a 3-year anniversary for me. April 2018, I got certified as an email marketing specialist because I knew that email was important, and I had been doing it right for over a decade. But I was like, what else? What else is out there? How can I optimize this and really turn it into a system that works for me, that I don't need to stress every month? Oh, I need to write to my email list and take a whole day to format this newsletter and all the other things, right? So I went and I got certified. So I'm just telling you this because if you don't know me, I actually know what I'm talking about. And no one else in the music industry that I've seen is doing email the right way, unless they've actually consulted with me. And now they are. I don't know why record labels are sitting on gold mines. The stuff they would sell, the money they would make if they or engaging over email, it blows my mind a little bit. So we are going to have a leg up here. That's really fun. These are the different companies, South by Southwest, TuneCore, CD Baby, that have promoted my email programs, have had me moderate at their panels. Bree Noble, Rick Barker, maybe some of you have even heard of me through these people. Ariel Hyatt, Michael Elsner. These are all friends of mine that support this stuff that I'm teaching here. So you are in good hands. I am not a hack. And I also have a high BS meter for people that are ripping off musicians in the music industry. And I am not a fan, and I am active against working in that stuff. So cool. If you're just joining, hey, don't worry about being late. I'm Cheryl Engelhardt. We're talking about email and how to connect with your fans and how to profit without feeling like a sleazy car salesman. That's what's happening. Okay, cool. So moving on, this is my process. It is linear. Guys, I love a good linear process. Linear means instead of looking at 19 forks in the road and you get to choose, that's overwhelming to me. I like this is what you do, and then this is what you do, and then this is what you do. Everything I create, I love to follow a linear process. So I turn subscribers into fans. When they sign up for your email list, they are not yet fans, y'all. They are just subscribers. They might be curious. They might have liked a song or two. They are not fans yet. It is your job through your email content, the stuff you send them, to turn them into fans. And from there, we turn our fans into super fans. And from there, repeat customers, y'all. And that's where we profit. Okay. It's linear. It works. And the odds are in your favor. I'll give you some statistics to support that statement in a second, but just trust me, they are. Okay. So other musicians agree. I have done this training many, many times. So don't worry. I know how this is going to turn out. It turns out very well for you. I'm just telling you. Matt says, thanks, Cheryl. I'm sure you're already well. You're awesome. And Robert says, I just want to let you know I've been using techniques from your webinar and they're producing amazing results. You are the real deal. Thank you. Charmin says, thank you. Because even though I'm a slow and late bloomer, Charmin, so sweet, I'm getting there. And this journey started with you. And Jan said, I've had amazing results. Initially, I had crickets with my email. How many people have had crickets? You send an email and no one writes back. You think that that's normal, that you send emails and no one responds. That's not normal. What's normal is for people to respond and be excited and for you to start having dialogues, not in an overwhelming way, like hundreds and hundreds of emails, but in a way that is actually meaningful. So Jan used my method, and then suddenly people who never responded started writing back. It's been illuminating, fun, and real fanships are developing. And y'all, that is the point. That is why we're here. Okay, so you ready to go? The good thing is I like evidence, so I'm going to have some numbers for you. Are you ready? Because I see you, all you people that are like, give me the numbers. I created this because I wish I had it 12 years ago. And if you threw these numbers at me 12 years ago that I'm about to throw at you, I would have been like, okay, send me, like, yes, I'm a big fat yes. Oh yeah. And you guys, I'm busy. Like, I'm doing this because I love this and I believe in this. And I've had such good stuff, results from this. And I could be hanging out with my dogs. That's Winston and Enzo. Enzo is the little guy. But instead of hanging out with you, and I'm really, really happy about that. I'm really, really happy about that. Okay. So you're going to get my best. And all I ask from you is that you give me your best. And that means don't just sit here and let this stuff wash over you. I promise you will still get stuff, but you're just going to get more if you do a little something. So I'm going to give you actual things to do. So don't even worry about like, how do I take all this like crazy high energy that this chick has and like turn it into my email list? Don't worry, I'm actually going to tell you. This isn't just about me being like very high energy. Also, I would be sad if I met you in 3 to 6 months and you were like, I loved your webinar so much, but I didn't do anything. I would literally cry in your face. So don't be that person. So will you do what it takes to get your email list handled? Like, that's a big yes to yourself. That's a very amazing yes to give yourself. Will you do what it takes to get it handled? You're going to get connection, income, and accountability when you do. Those are really great things to have. So what does success look like for you? Because this is where we got to start, right? Does it look like 500 subscribers or 1,000? Yes, I see Wyatt. I see your yes. I'm going to get it handled. Yes. 10 personal replies to an email, or your list showing up when you have a new record, or pre-saving or pre-buying. Like, what does success mean to you? To have a successful email list means what? For me, it's like, okay, I sent an email last summer. I sent an email. The subject line was, should I do it? And inside I was like, I'm just debating, my fans, if I should put a full page ad in the next Billboard magazine so that it's the Grammy preview, so that I can sort of get on the radar for some Grammy stuff. And I woke up the next morning to dozens of replies that were like, yes, absolutely, you should do it. But half of those replies were like, how can I pay for this? How can I help pay for this? One fan said, I will match $2,500. So if you get your other fans to pay $2,500, I'll match it. In 48 hours, I had fan funded an entire page in Billboard magazine. I was the only new age artist that had a full page in Billboard magazine last summer because my fans showed up and all I did was send them my PayPal link. I did not even have to do a fan funding campaign. To me, that is having a successful email list. Like that is the money right there. Literally, like quite literally. Showing up at your shows, fans subscribing to your Patreon page every month, like that email to get email subscribers to Patreon is the easiest transition versus social media to Patreon, just so you know. So then I want you to think about like, what if it happened? Like, what if you got that success? You couldn't be a starving artist anymore. Oh my God, you'd actually have to be like, I'm a successful musician. Would it be possible? What would be possible? What would be possible? Would you be able to hire the musicians you want to hire? Would you be able to release more music more often? Like, what would be possible if you had this working for you? Okay, think about that. It's good questions. So here's some email statistics. I'm going to run through them just to get us really like to lock in that we're all on the same page, that this email thing is worth it. So it's tiny font. I'm sorry. So I'll read it out loud. Customers who purchase products through email spend 138% more than those that don't receive email offers. So you're going to get more money. 73% of millennials identify email as their preferred means of business communication. So that whole like, oh, millennials don't use emails, cow poo-poo. That's not true. For every $1 spent on email marketing, $44 is made in return. That number is a bananas number. That means when you're paying for your email platform, which we'll talk about in a second, or you're running ads, any money you put in towards your email, it's going to come back to you times 44. Ridiculous. A study of 1 billion emails revealed that video see high click rates. Average list should be generating between $1 and $2 per subscriber per month. I'm going to talk about that statistic in a second. Newsletter formats are gone. Add videos to increase your click rate. I said that already. We'll talk about not doing that every email, but why that's great to do every once in a while. 58% of people check email before any other social media platform, including the CEO of Facebook, ironically. Trying to reach your fans is the main goal. Vanessa, I said it's small. I'm reading it out loud. Okay, so just listen or take a screenshot and blow it up or whatever. Trying to reach your fans is the main goal. The point is that there are so many email statistics that support why email is awesome. It's like a horseshoe crab. It hasn't evolved. It's been around forever because it is perfect. It is a system that works. It's not a new thing, right? It's here for a reason. So just know that people are on mobile, and 23% of people that check their email on mobile actually go back and look at emails again. So you're getting a lot of FaceTime with these emails, way more than on social media. People who say their goal out loud to someone else are 39% more likely to achieve it. People who share regular updates are 76% more likely to get it. That has nothing to do with email. This goes into my world of coaching, but I say this because your email list, when you give them updates on the goal that you want, you are 76% more likely to get the thing that you're telling them you want. Like, those are good numbers, y'all. Good numbers. So let's go back to the main fact, which is for every one subscriber, you can be making $1 per month when and only when you're doing email correctly. So let's look at that. 1,000 subscribers means you're making $12,000 a year. 5,000 subscribers mean you're making $60,000 a year. So hello, return on investment. This is a fact that I see over and over again from people that are in Rock Your Email List, which is obviously my awesome program. And other people, there are very few people that I see that are doing this right, but when they're doing email right, these are the numbers that they are seeing. And I have checked with them. This is across industries. This is not just for the music industry. And A, who's in Rock Your Email List, shared recently that a non-friend, non-relative donor, which is so cute, you guys, that's a fan, a non-friend, non-relative donor is funding $10,000. It's 55% of the estimated budget for my new record. And that's from an email list to only 300 fans, which is incredible. And also very normal. Like, that's what your fan list should be doing. Okay, we're normalizing this feeling of, oh, that's extraordinary. Okay, we're normalizing extraordinary. Cool. So this is time for you. So will you do what it takes to get your email list handled so that this pot of gold you're sitting on becomes a consistent source of income and connections? Yes. I'm asking this again because I know some of you had to think about it. Do I want to handle this? Like, if those numbers mean anything, it means yes, you want to get this handled. Okay, cool. So here's what I need from you. So we're all on board that email is valuable, or can be, right? So I just need to know that we're on the same page here, because I don't want to convince you. The rest of the time is not going to be convincing you to do this. And all you that are yes, but how? Just hang tight. We got to get on the same page here. We got to get on the same page that this is valuable, because once you see that it's valuable, the path is going to get very, very clear. Okay, cool. Because we know that emails 5 times more likely to be seen over social media posts. Okay. You're going to get 140 times return on email. And then you also 100% own it, which is something we didn't even talk about. And I don't need to, because it's very obvious. MySpace went away. Facebook could go away. It could. And you don't own your likes. So if you're but I have 10,000 fans on Facebook, nobody cares. If you say I have 10,000 subscribers and a 45% open rate, I'm listening. Record labels are listening. That's engagement. Cool. Cool. There are 4.9 billion email addresses. Facebook is only a third of that. So, and you guys know that you need an email to sign up for social media. So people that are social media is where it's at. I'm yeah, but cool, but you need an email to get on social media. It cracks me up. So we're all clear that it's important to do email the right way, right? Or that we're missing out big time, right? We're all clear. We're all clear. Repeat after me. Okay. I don't care if anyone hears you, if they think you're weird. I am a master of email. I do this in every single one of my trainings because we are not used to considering ourselves a master. Sometimes we don't even think we're a master of anything. But when you go through these trainings with me, you are becoming a master of email, which actually means you're becoming a master of communicating with your fans. And that translates to being a master of your music career. How cool is that? I'm a master of email. Shalina saying out loud, master of email. Wyatt is a master of email. I love this. Yes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, cool. You guys sticking with me. I love this. So this is not for everyone. This is not for everyone. You need to want a list of human beings. So this cannot be a list of rabbits or snails. There are very few people that I think this is not a fit for, but just in case this is you, you need to want to connect with a fan base, right? You want to be here for the long haul. So this is for the music business people. If you are someone who's I want to write songs in my garage and not tell anyone about it, that is amazing. Go do that. You don't need to be here. So I don't want to waste your time. If you want to have a business, this is the number one thing that every successful business has is a successful email list. So if you do not have this going for you, or you have one, but you're like, I think it can be better, then yes, you should stick around. Okay, cool. So on this webinar, my goal is to show you how a well-managed email list can have an immediate impact on your bottom line, regardless of whether you have a huge list or if you haven't started yet. If you haven't started yet, like I'm actually like legit jealous because you can do this right from the beginning. That's so awesome. So sound good? Yes? Okay, cool. Here we go. This is what we're covering today. We are talking about 4 things, the 4 key things, and how I made $20,000 from a 2K list multiple times. And I'm going to show you how you can do it too. Okay? First, we select, then we expand, then we connect, then we collect. We're going to get into this. So in the select, we've got 2 things really that we need to choose and select. The first is our own strategy. And strategy to me, it's not a business plan. It's not like a 12-page document. It's what do we want and what are the actions that we're going to take. And a plan is just a set of actions. Okay, so we got to figure that out. And then we need to figure out our technology. Technology can be a huge block for people around email. And we're going to get that handled today. So let's start with the strategy. 1, what is your ideal career? We need to know what that is. 2, what is your ideal fan? We need to define that person, and I'll talk about that in a second. And 3, what's the journey that both of those things are going on? Okay? So let's just talk about this dream career. What would that dream career look like? If I hit you on the side of the head with a wand, a magic wand, and poof, you had the perfect career, what would that look like? Where would you be? How would it be different? What would be the same? And really what we're looking at, what would be the same, what would be different? Where are you now and where would you like to be? That is the question, because we need to know where we are in order to know where we want to go. And we also really need to know where we want to go. Let yourself dream. Do not worry about the how or the money. I see you, my how people. So we need to know where we are now. What do we have going for us? What's missing? Where do we want to go? And then we want to close the gap. That's all this is. We take actions to close that gap. I will tell you that closing the distance between where you are now and where you want to be is my superpower. It is my superpower. So that clarity of what you want and where you are is all you need to know what your ideal career is. And then it's all you need to know in order to figure out the actions of how your email list fits into this strategy. It's very exciting. Very exciting stuff. This is like deep work. So you might want to like pause if you're watching the replay or come back and like journal this or write it out. But like you need to know what this is very clearly, because if you don't know what your ideal career is, your fans are not going to know either, and they're not going to know how to show up for you, right? Cool. So ideal career, ideal fan. Let's talk about your ideal fan. I call this your avatar, which is kind of a marketing word. And you just need to know you can't please everyone. It's a little scary to do avatar work for musicians because we want everyone to like us. We want everyone to like our music, right? But you can't please everyone. So to say, oh, my avatar is someone between the ages of 15 and 97, and they live in every single town in America. Like, no. We need to narrow this person down so that you could write a bio for them. We want to name them. And here's the thing. So my avatar is named Molly. And it doesn't mean that I'm eliminating people who are not Molly. It just means when I have a decision to make about my brand, I think, do I like this? Would Molly like this? And then I make the decision. The decision I make might actually appeal to a lot of other people, and that's great. But I know my true fan. And I know that if there was a room of 1,000 of Mollys and they were all clones, that I would have the most successful music career ever because those would be my super fans. So you need to know who this person is. Okay? So you need a niche as well. You need to be able to describe your music quickly and easily. People like to connect you to what they already know. So it's always great if you can say, oh, my music is like Enya meets Evanescence, which mine is. So you want to know how to describe that. And you cannot say, oh, but my music is so different. It's different than anything out there. That's not interesting. Like no one wants to hear that. Okay. You have to be able to describe your ideal fan and describe your music. So one way to do this is to go look at active fans of other musicians similar to you. Who are those people? So you can go to Instagram, go to one of the artists that you sound like, go to their most recent post and see who's commenting, because those are the most active fans on social media, the people that are commenting. And obviously you want to be looking at the people saying the most positive comments, not any negative comments. So go look at them. Like, who are they? How old are they? Where do they live? Like, check out their profile, start following them. They're going to start following you. It's a little Instagram growth hack right there, by the way. But it will also get you clear on like what kind of fans could you potentially be attracting. Okay. So you really need to do some research here and get specific with your avatar. Okay, cool. So last thing about strategy is we want to talk about the journey. So here's what we got to look at. This little graphic here on the bottom left, there's a bunch of little pink people. These are the people that don't know about you, but maybe they see a Facebook ad, or maybe they come to a live stream, or maybe a friend told them about you, or maybe you did a cross promotion with another artist. Either way, they're coming into your fan list. They subscribe by putting their name and their email into your form. They become a subscriber, and then you start to send them emails, and that is how they become fans, because your emails are giving them awesome content, awesome stories. You're getting vulnerable. You're giving them opportunities to contribute to you and be a part of the games that you're playing, games meaning like the big goals that you got. And then they have an opportunity to buy from you, and that's when they become a customer. And then they become a super fan, and then they rise. So they're rising in this journey, right? And then the super fans tell other people, and that's what the little green people are, the people that the super fans are bringing in. So now you get to start it all over. And that is what growth is, y'all. Growth. So that's the journey that your fan is going on, but they're coming along your journey as well. Your journey as a musician. Cool. You all with me? That's what we need to select these things. We need to define our ideal career, our ideal fan, and the journey that we're taking these people on. Cool. Let's talk about platforms. There are 3 kinds of technology email hosting platforms. There's a lot of different words for them: basic, designated, and advanced. And this is answering the question, what platform should I use to host my email list? First of all, you cannot just send emails, BCC people, like contacts from your Gmail. That is unacceptable. That is illegal. People have to opt in, and they have to be able to unsubscribe from your email list. Okay. So we are talking about the basic, designated, and advanced platforms. So basic is like Wix or Bandzoogle. Bandzoogle is actually the one that I refer to people if you need a website host. They allow you to collect emails very easily. If you want to try it out for 15 days, down here is a discount code in the key.co/make-a-site. You can test out Bandzoogle if you need a website, and you can easily collect emails and send a free song, but you can't automate. You can't schedule emails ahead of time. It's a very simple, no bells and whistles kind of platform, which is why we call it basic. A lot of other website hosts offer this service as well, and it's totally fine to use this to start with. And then you can always export all of your contacts into a designated or advanced email platform when you're ready to move forward if you want. Designated platforms are like ConvertKit, MailChimp, MailerLite, Flowdesk, ActiveCampaign, Kajabi. I recommend Kajabi in the key.co/Kajabi. It's a very robust, but it's so easy to use. And you can also host your website and your online products, and it's an all-in-one thing. So designated means that it is designed to do email. So you can do the forms, you can automate, which we'll talk about in a second, and you can do all the sorts of things that you would want to do based on subscriber behavior, as well as send out your broadcasts, which are the one-time emails. Advanced are CRMs, so customer relationship management, and these are very much more expensive, and they tend to be a little more intricate. I used to be on Infusionsoft, which is one of them, HubSpot, Keep. There's a bunch of different ones, but they are very robust and often not necessary for musicians. So you can absolutely use that, but and Kajabi sort of falls in between designated and advanced, which is one of the reasons I like it, but it is very simple. So I used to be on Constant Contact, and I switched to MailChimp. And then MailChimp was, they changed their prices so that it's kind of exponential. As your list grows, the pricing per month goes really high. And it was so high that I actually was like, well, I might as well go to Infusionsoft. And then I realized Infusionsoft was just so complicated, and I was doing all of these complicated things because I could. And then I was like, let's simplify. But still you get all the bells and whistles. And that's why I'm now at Kajabi. So just so you know, most platforms that are designated or advanced do charge you based on your number of subscribers. And one of the biggest mistakes, here's a mistake nugget that I see from musicians, is that they think that they absolutely need to wait until they're making the money in order to pay for the, like, I've heard musicians be like, oh, I'm about to hit 500 subscribers. I don't want to grow my list anymore. Like, that is such a scarcity conversation that is keeping you small. Get rid of that right now. The cost of doing business is to have a platform that works for you. Okay. So cool. So let's keep going here. So the best platform for you to host your email list is the one that you will use, learn, and love. Okay. This is the best platform for you. So do not freak out about the ones that I said. If I have not heard of your platform before, like don't ask me like, what about this one? There's dozens and dozens. There's like might be hundreds of them. There are so many of them. In my program, Rock Your Email List, I go through tech videos for ActiveCampaign, for MailChimp. I might be doing a Flowdesk one for Kajabi, but they all have the same idea behind them. So by the way, I keep talking about Rock Your Email List. If you're like, yes, this is a thing I need for my career, which you kind of do, you can go check that out. There's the list right there. Oh, let's do that instead. A little ticker, just for a hot moment here. I love a good ticker. But the best platform for you is the one that you're using, right? Are we clear? So we're not going to freak out. We're not going to freak out about platform. Cool. All right. So I threw out some words here. Automation, and then broadcast. These are two different kinds of emails. Okay. Two different kinds of emails that we can potentially send. So automation is when you work upfront, you take some time upfront and then you leave it and it runs automatically. It's magic. And it's based on the subscriber's behavior. So the subscriber's behavior triggers when an email sends. So for example, the easiest example of this is they sign up for your mailing list, and that sign up, them filling out that form, triggers a welcome series. 3 or 4 emails that get sent out over 2 weeks that welcome them. And we'll talk about how to do that great. So that's an example of their behavior triggers when an email sends. So everyone that signs up for your list will get the automated emails. There are ways to get personal and make it feel like they're getting a great interaction with you. So one way is to talk to them as one person. Don't say, hey guys, you want to address them as one person. Also use merge tags. So when they sign up, they put their first name in, then you can actually address them by their first name, which is so nice and lovely. Cool. So let's talk about broadcasts. Broadcasts are the emails that you send one at a time. So if you sent a broadcast right now and someone signed up for your mailing list tomorrow, they wouldn't get this broadcast. Cool. So it's one email, one time. And the email is being sent on your timing, not theirs. So if you have a release coming out, like I have a single releasing on Friday, I just sent a broadcast out to my list about the single that's being released on Friday. And if someone signs up tomorrow, they're not going to get that email. Of course, I'm going to send another email on Friday, the day that the single comes out, but that broadcast is based on my timing. You can repurpose these emails. So if you have some great news, for example, I wrote some music, a choral piece for Social Justice Choir that got released in this past February, and it was featuring Martin Luther King's goddaughter, and it got featured in People magazine. Of course, I told my fans about that when it happened, but of course, I want to tell my future fans about that. So I took that email and I just tweaked the language so that I could put it into one of my automated series so that anyone that joins my email list, even if it's after this past February, they'll still get to know and see that this cool thing happened. Cool. All right. So that is the stuff that we need to select. We need to select our strategy, our ideal career, our goals, and then we need to select our technology to support the email list achieving those goals. Now let's talk about expansion. This is the growing part. So first we want to give them something. This is so important. And for those of you that are like, people don't download songs or anything, I'm a big fan of giving away an MP3 or a bundle of MP3s in exchange for someone's email. It's not about the MP3. It's about the gesture. You're saying, hey, I value your email, and I'm going to give you something of value as well. It's also a very cool way to talk to people about your list instead of like, hey, join my email list. It's actually more like, hey, I have something to give you. Where should I send it? And then they just need to put their time in. Okay, cool. So we want to give them something. And then we need to talk about it online and offline. That is the growth strategy, to give them something to get them in and then talk about the thing that we're giving them, right? The rest of the growth strategy is keeping them in the email list. And that is what we'll talk about when we are in the connect section. So let's talk about this. So you can be sharing and talking about your email list and the thing you want to give people. I said this already, but you want to say, ask not, will you join my list? Rather, I have a gift for you. Where should I send it? By the way, you can also say things like, you'll be part of my online world and I'll keep you in the loop with stories, releases, other fun stuff via email. Cool? Like, you want people to know that they're joining your email list. You don't need to be weird about it or sneaky or anything, right? right? We just want to like use the right language so that it's enticing and exciting, because it is. They're going to be getting to follow along the career of a musician. Like, how awesome is that? Like, you're awesome, right? If you don't think you're awesome, we should talk, because I think you're awesome. Okay, cool. So let's talk about talking about it. You should let people know on your webpage that you have your songs, on social media, in your about sections, on your Facebook page, in your email signature. You could run Facebook ads to cold traffic, or even target your current likes so you can take your Facebook audience into your email list, right? Because it's not about getting our music out there and blasting it on Facebook 20 times a day so you hope that the algorithm shows it to a couple people. The idea is to bring people in to your music world, okay? You can also do partnership email list cross promotion. This is a huge thing that we do in Rock Your Email List. I mean, you do not want to cross promote with another artist who doesn't have a great email set up. So where are all the musicians that have great emails set up? Where are they? I'll tell you. That's where they are. They're in Rock Your Email List. Heck yeah, baby. So here's what we do. You say to your fan list, hey, I met this awesome musician. It doesn't matter their genre. You guys, it doesn't matter. They have a free song. You should go check it out and go grab it over here. You send them to their sign up link. And then that musician says to their list, hey, I met this cool musician. They have a free song to give away, or sheet music, or a discount code to merch store. It doesn't have to be a song, by the way. That was a little nugget right there. Those are some other ideas for giveaways. And then you do cross promotion. It's instant new audience, instant signups. But you only want to do that with someone who you know whose list is set up and going to take care of your fans, right? You don't want to send them to like a list that's going to ghost them. So where are those musicians? In Rock Your Email List. You can sign up today. I had to put that in because it's kind of worth it. Okay, cool. So more talking about it. Attending network events like this one, being in Facebook groups like the In the Key of Success, being in programs and courses and having masterminds, all important. Amplify and Rock Your Email List are two of the best ones on the internet that I've seen. Your live shows and your live streams are the best place to get signups. My entire list for the first like 10 years of having it was only from live shows. So you got to make it easy for people on live streams or at live shows. You want to put a link in the comments and in the description of the show. You want to have a text to opt in. You can do that. You can have cards made, have a book or iPad at the merch table for the live shows. And you could also have a fan collect emails or share that link, because then they're the ones that are going to be that annoying, like, hey guys, did you sign up yet? And they're going to want to impress you. Fans want to impress you. I did that for Sarah Bareilles. I wanted to impress her so badly. She played at Rockwood and I was like, I'll collect emails for you. She's like, oh yeah, I should probably do that. So yeah, that's what we do. You do that. And heck yeah, I wanted to be like, here, I got 100% of the people in this room to sign up for your list. Like, that's a good game to be playing, right? Okay, cool. So we want to keep talking about it. You can run a contest real time. You guys stick around because I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm actually going to run a contest that you can win. I'm going to give you some giveaways, but I'm doing it so that you can see how to do it on your own live streams. Okay. And it totally works. And there's also side benefits of social media growth. So I'm going to show you how to do it in a little bit. So let's talk about connecting. So once they're in, how do we keep them how do we keep them, right? So if you get people in and then they unsubscribe, you're not going to experience growth. You want to get them in and keep them in. This is the job of your emails, okay? So let's talk about connecting with people so that they want to stay on this list, and not just stay on this list, but actually engage with you and pre-save your music and buy your music and do all the things that we want them to do. Cool. So I've been talking about welcome series. I've mentioned a rise series and like maybe a nurture series. Let's talk about series. Okay. There are three main series I like to talk about. The welcome series, which is what they first get. Those will be the most opened emails. So if you know about open rates, they will be the highest percentage open rate, like in the high 70s, if you're doing it right. Nurture series, tell your story. And then rise series is where we rise from fan to customer. So we're actually selling in the rise series or promoting something. These are also known as campaigns on some platforms. So they're a group of 4 to 6 emails that are sent out either every few days or once a week, depending on which series we're talking about. Each series serves a specific purpose: to either deliver value, to connect with them, that's your nurture series, or to make a sale, which is the rise series. So let's talk about all of the series. Right now, there's the welcome, or what I call commencement series. There's a nurture series, the rise series. Rise series, you want to be selling one thing at a time. So this might be a piece of merch from your store, like a sweater or a t-shirt. You can sell your vinyl, you can sell CD, you can sell single, you can request a Spotify follow, which isn't exactly a sale, but it is a promotion of sorts. And the Rise series is where you talk about only one thing for the entire series. Cool? One thing, people. Resist the urge to sell all the things in your store. Or your Patreon, some people are like, I have the $1 and then I have the $5 and then I also have the $20 a month option. No. You want to talk for an entire series about the one level that you're talking about. One level, one at a time. This is when you focus your people, they get really clear on what it is you want at this moment. And that's going to result in sales. I promise this is how it works. I know how this goes, y'all. This is not my first rodeo. Okay, cool. You could also have a membership site. And there's also holiday series if you've got some specific holiday stuff. Re-engagement series. This is the series that you send people that haven't opened your emails in a while. There's a way to find them in your email platform, identify them, and then send them through a re-engagement series to try to get them to click on something in your email, to try to get them to open an email. And then if they don't re-engage, then we can delete the unengaged people after we've attempted to re-engage them. But if you go through my re-engagement series, by the way, I have all these as templates that I've pre-written, which is kind of awesome. If you want to know where those live. Oh, big surprise in Rock Your Email List. But re-engagement, usually we get about 30% of the people that are not engaged. We get them back, and then we can delete the other people. And that we want to do that because that will keep your list healthy. A healthy list has higher deliverability. Deliverability essentially is you're sending an email and Gmail or Yahoo or whatever is like, is this spam? And there's a wall to get through. If you have a healthy list, they're like, okay, cool, come on in. But if your list has a lot of unengaged people and unsubscribes, it's not a healthy list. Your deliverability is going to go down, which means the people that do want to receive your emails, that are opening them and clicking, are less likely to actually receive them. So we want a healthy list, and re-engagement campaigns are key to that. There's also purchase series. So after someone purchases, you can actually celebrate them and thank them and maybe give them an upsell or something else on top of it. Well, the two I want to talk about right now that are so important to your growth and to keeping people around for the long haul and that are also going to make it so much easier to sell are the Welcome series and the Nurture series. So I'm going to wham bam through this really fast. The Commencement series, also known as the Welcome series, is designed to set people up. So the job of the first email that they ever get from you is to set the tone and the expectations of being a subscriber. So nugget here, one of the big mistakes I see a lot of musicians do is, thanks for signing up for my mailing list. Here's your free download. Sorry, I just hit the mic. Here's your free download. You are wasting so much valuable real estate because this is going to be the highest open rate ever, ideally in the high 70s, because people sign up for a thing. They're going to want the thing. They're going to open the email that is going to deliver them the thing, right? So you might as well take some time to explain to them what they can expect. Give them a little bit of info and then put the button or whatever, the link to download the thing at the bottom of the email because they're going to read through it, right? So here's what an example of one looks like. There are 4 things you really want in a Welcome series. You want to remind them what they just did and celebrate them. This is what mine looks like. So I'm tickled pink. You're interested in following me, supporting my crazy music career. Don't worry, I'm going to keep it interesting. So a reminder what you just did. And then what's next? So I actually spell out what's going to happen. Like you click on the thing below, there's a zip file. It's going to go to your desktop. Cool. You're going to be entered to win a thing or whatever it is. If you're new to me and my music, here's what you need to know. And then you can check out more at my website. This is the only time where I say you should have 2 links in one email because you want to request them to do something. When they click on that website and it actually goes to the website, 2 things happen. 1, you just train them that they click on stuff in your emails. You just train them to be clickers, which is a good thing. The second thing is you just gained a little bit of authority and a little bit of trust because that link that they went to actually worked. So something psychological happens. It's very subtle, but that's what's happening here. And then the last thing is what to expect. You want to tell them you're going to sell to them so that when you do sell to them, they're not like, oh my God, she's selling to me? No, we expected this. This was how this was going to go. She said this already. So you can say over the next few weeks, I'm going to be sending you some goodies, including some backstory, different cool behind the scenes stuff, and hopefully some interesting things. I'm going to give you an opportunity. I also say now that you can contribute to the process of creating this music. Cool. And then download the free music bundle because I give away a bundle because I have a lot of music out. So I give 1 song from each CD. Okay, cool. So that's a Welcome series. The nurture series, the job of a nurture series is to move the subscribers along the journey. So here's how we can get this set up for a year. Nurture series is just telling your story. We're not selling anything. We're just getting to know them and through telling our own stories. So remember, this is the journey. So here's what you can do to set yourself up. And I would advise you to write all of your emails in a Word document or a Google Doc before trying to put this into the platform, just because it's a different part of your brain, you know? So just get it all set first and then put it into the technology, you know? Write an outline for this too. Don't get overwhelmed and think, oh my God, I need to sit down and write this stuff. This took me 2 weeks to do, 2 weeks to write all this stuff, but it's so worth it now. I do not stress. I never stress about when to send an email. So what you want to do is write an outline for 10 elements of your story, of your life. Transitions are the most interesting things. Like I was working here and then I quit because I wanted to work here. I was scuba diving for the government and then I got a job to write music in Rome, Italy. True story. I was told I was going to be Cinderella in my first grade play and then I wasn't, but I got to play the piano. I got a standing ovation anyway. Like that's interesting stuff. So my outline looked like Cinderella, scuba, Bigfoot, commercial, film score, train ride. Like I have these transitions in my life that were key moments. That's interesting. So you want to write those stories. Okay. Then you want to write 10 more. And again, you can just make a list of the songs. Write 10 stories behind the songs. Okay. Very short. This is not essays, you guys. It's like a paragraph or two. And then you can always say, and here's the link to the song. We're not selling it, but if we're talking about a song, people are going to be like, well, now I want to hear it. Don't make them search for it. And then the last group of 10 emails that you can write are 5 shining a light on someone else, bandmates, other artists, and then 5 emails engaging with your fans, asking them about their story, running a poll, anything like that. Cool. So we take these 30 emails and think about it. If you send one every 2 weeks, that's over a year's worth of content. We're not sending them all at once. I'll tell you how I bundle this. This is how I do this. I send the welcome series. So it's 4 emails over 2 weeks. Then I take 4 or 5 emails. So like one story, one song anecdote, that's shining the light, maybe another story. And I bundle that and that's Nurture Series 1. And those go out once every 2 weeks. And then I send them into a Rise series where I sell one thing that lives forever. Maybe it's like a download of a CD or something in my merch store. And that is 4 to 6 emails over 2 weeks. So it's a little more often than a Nurture series. We want to change it up and show people that it's interesting. And then I do pick another 4 or 5 emails and then I send a Nurture 2 and then Rise 2, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Cool? Yeah. Life with Maura. I'm on top of this. I know how this goes. I know the questions. I answer them. All right. So let's talk about your copy in your content. Okay. So guys, this is worth the price of admission, which this is free. So, but it's worth something. Here's the nugget. The job of the subject line is to get the open of the email. The job of the email is to get the click of the link. And the job of the landing page, wherever they clicked to, is to close the deal, get the thing done. Do not sell in your subject line. This is a huge mistake I see musicians make. They try to summarize the entire email and put it in the subject line. Why is this a mistake? When someone reads their subject line and it's like single out on Friday, they have all the information they need. They're not going to open your email because you told them all the things. You want to put in curiosity or something that's like interesting or going to be interesting to them, right? You don't want to summarize and you don't want to sell in the email, in the subject line. I mean, yes, you want to sell in the email sometimes. Okay, everyone with me? This is a lot. I'm going fast. Do you think you can write one email today? Just the welcome email? Give me a yes. Who's with me? Hello, are you still here? Could you write one email today? If you could write one email today, that probably means you could write one email tomorrow, which means if you wrote one email a day for 30 days, you would have a year's worth of content. Because think about it, you could send out those emails every 2 weeks. That's 60 weeks. It's so doable, you guys. This is doable. It's like, it takes something to set it up. But once it's set up, like I have people on my list going through my Nurture series. They're probably at like Nurture series 3 and people are still joining. So they're going through my welcome series or whatever. So I only share an email. I only send out a broadcast when I have news. Like I was just in People Magazine. I have a single coming out tomorrow. I have like whatever the thing is, right? Or if there's something that is crazy that happens in the news and I'm taking some action, I want people to know what I'm doing. Like I don't stress about, oh my God, I need to send my email list a thing. And then it's also comes so much easier. Like I know what to write. I'm like, oh my God, I need to write about that thing. And I sit down and I write the paragraph and I format it and it's out in under an hour. Under an hour. Yeah. Cool. So let's keep going. So all you need to do is write one email today. So Frixos, who says, I'm kind of confused how to do everything still. Yeah, you don't need to you don't need to know how to do everything. You need to know how to write one email. You've written an email before. You can write one email today and follow that commencement series. If you get the first email of your welcome series done, you are golden. Okay. All right. So that's connecting. So now let's talk about collecting. This is where we make the money, y'all. Okay. So we've taken your subscribers so far along the journey that not only are you able to collect income from them, but your list is now helping you collect more new subscribers because they've gotten to know you. You've set up their expectations. So now you can sell to them. Cool. So now we're at the point where we're going from fan to customer to super fan. So I did this. This is how I made, literally how I made the 20,000 multiple times. I had a small list, but I had clear goals. I also had my tech handled. So I got very good at my email platform. No matter what I was using, I watched YouTube videos. You guys, you got to dork out on this email platform if you want to master it. I had fans gathering, so I kept growing my list. I had my nurture series in place. I did a flight miles initiative. This was one of the first things that told me that my email list was valuable to me. Is I got invited to play a Swiss festival. I was going to say Switzerland, a festival in Switzerland. And they said, we'll cover all your costs. You just got to get here. And I was like, I'm living in Harlem. It's $400 rent. And that's like a lot right now. And you're telling me I need to fly 4 people for $1,000 each to Switzerland. So I went to my mailing list, which was like 300 or 400 people at the most. And I was like, hey, does anyone have like work miles that you're not going to use? And I was able to fly 3 out of the 4 of us to Switzerland because of my mailing list. That was the first thing that I was like, okay, people here want to be part of this cool process of me like going and being a musician. So fan funding, I've done that twice, once with a PayPal button on my website and once with Pledge. And both times I raised over $20,000. So I had already established the relationship and I was clear on my game. I knew what the goal was. If you are not clear, no one else will be clear. Okay. I'm just going to keep putting this little graphic up there because if you think that your subscribers are already super fans, you are wrong. And we have to take them through this journey. This is our work to do. If we want to have a business, we have to run it like a business and take people on our customer journey. Okay, cool. So let's talk about a Rise series. This is where we sell. And then I'm going to get into how to really master this stuff. And then I'm going to do the giveaway, which you want to watch to see how I do it because it's awesome and super effective. And then I'll answer all your questions. And I'm trying to answer them as I'm reading because I'm just a slow reader, you guys. So you're being very polite in the comments so I can read these very easily. So the Rise series is where you want to focus your email campaign on one singular promotion, request, or sale. And then write emails that address the following. So here are the 6 emails that are in a Rise series. The first one is you have to tell them what the thing is. So describe it. What is it? Let's just say it's a sweatshirt in your merch store. What is it made out of? Why is it awesome? What are the options? Then you want to actually invite them to purchase. So in the first email, you can tell them what it is. You can give them a link. But then in the second one, it's like, hey, I told you about this awesome sweatshirt. Will you purchase it? And show them how. So like you can even make a quick little video of you going on the website and buying it. Sometimes tech stops people. Third email, get personal. Why does it freaking matter that they buy the sweatshirt? Why does it matter to you? And then you want some testimonials, social proof, like people posting that they're wearing your sweatshirt is awesome. If you don't have any, ask a friend to send a selfie, give them something for free, give them the sweatshirt for free so that you can get some social proof because fear of missing out, FOMO, is a very, very powerful selling tool. It really is. And then you want to handle objections. Objections are generally time, money, or technology. But you need to know your audience. There might be other objections. So someone saying, I don't have enough time to go online and find this. Okay, cool. How can I help you do that? I don't have enough money. Okay, cool. I can give you 10% discount code. Or I don't understand like the platform. Like I don't want to put my email address in or something like that. So you just handle those objections. I like to imagine it's like a distant aunt or something. Like what would I say to her if she was like, oh, it's really sweet, honey. I love that. But I just think I don't know. Like, okay, cool. Handle the objections. And then the last email, if applicable, is a last chance or cart closing email. Urgency is also a powerful selling tool, especially because a lot of people are procrastinators and waiting for the last second. So you want to say, hey, this code is running out. The discount code is running out today, or the CD comes out on Friday. So you got to pre-order it by then. But last chance emails are usually very, very effective in Rise series. Okay. If you're not sure what to make, here's something that I did. I didn't have any merch at the time, and I literally created a printable wall art collection. I grabbed some lyrics, my favorite lyrics from some of my songs, and I just went onto Canva and I made them fancy, and then I turned them into PDFs and I deliver them digitally and people can download them. It's kind of amazing, and it took me not a lot of time. Here's an email. This is actually one of the templates that you get when you're in Rock Your Email List. It's email number 4, so day 11 for the Rise series to try to get people into your Patreon. And so I say, subject line, listen to my mom. And then in the email, I say, I'm a fan of my fans. Here's why. As my career evolved from, and then I put brackets, insert from this to that. So for me, from pop to new age, I've received messages like this and wanted to share. And then I have 4 testimonials. And then what I tell you to do is make the last one from your mom, dad, spouse, kid, someone close to you, and then change the subject line accordingly. So if it's your kid, say, listen to my kid, right? And then I say, if my mom can't convince you to hop on this patron bandwagon, I don't know what else I can do. Smiley face. Would you take a moment to view the video on my Patreon page and consider being a patron of this little musician looking to make some big waves? And then there's a link. XO me. That is a very simple email that has had very, very, very powerful effects for people that have used that, right? And if you're like, oh my God, I want all the templates. Yeah, there's like 40 of them. Where do you get them? Boop, 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 boop. There, in the Rock Your Email List program. Okay, cool. Moving forward. So we selected, expanded, connected, and collected. Cool. We're going to show you how to do a giveaway on a live. And I'm also going to review really fast. So we talked about selecting your strategy, your ideal career, ideal fan journey, the journey that you're going on and the journey they're going on. We talked about the technology, choosing a platform based on your budget, based on how tech friendly you are, and your growth potential, right? You talked about giving them something. You want to give them something. You want to talk about the thing that you're giving them online, offline. And then we want to make sure that once they sign up, that they are getting taken care of. That is happening through your welcome series and then your nurture series, right? And the job of the commencement series is to set the tone of the subscriber. We talked about the nurture series. We talked about the Rise series. So question for you. Are you feeling more comfortable sitting down and writing emails? You see why? Yes? No? Are you happy you stuck around? This is good, right? Like, you guys, this is kind of like, you might be feeling overwhelmed right now. I'm going to handle that in a second. You might be feeling overwhelmed. That's okay. Take a breath. Do you realize what an advantage you have in your career and your bottom line if you start to implement this stuff? Like, such an advantage. Like, it makes me giddy. Like, I'm like legit happy for you. Okay. Yes. Wyatt says yes to both. I love that. Do you think that this time together was well spent? Yes, yes, yes. So even if you only use like a tiny % of this stuff, you're going to be better off. Your fans are going to be better off. And you guys, here's like a really, really cool side effect of this. When you are doing email correctly, you're teaching your fans how to be great fans, not just with you, but with other musicians. So we're actually doing an entire service for the independent musician community by teaching our fans how to be great fans. So I thank you on behalf of other musicians. Okay. Cool. So let's connect some dots here. I get a lot of questions. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm totally seeing, yes, getting more comfortable. Thank you, Brenu. Wow, this is golden. I love gold. You're all sitting on a pot of gold, by the way, with your email list. So thanks for that. So let's talk about numbers. This is going to answer questions that you didn't realize you had. And you're going to be like, oh, okay. So open rate. People are like, what's a good open rate? It depends on the series. Welcome series open rates are in the high 70s when you're using my welcome series template. The average broadcast, the one-time email, is between 20 and 30%. That's what I think is decent. Members of Rock Your Email List is in the 40s. Industry-wide, so not just music industry, it's 15 to 25%, which I think is actually kind of pathetic, but that's okay. Click rate, the percentage of people that when they open, click on your link, 3% is average. I aim for 9%, and that's kind of what I go for and what is normal for me. An unsubscribe rate should be under 1%. You guys, we don't worry about people that unsubscribe. They're not our people, but you don't want a high unsubscribe rate. So if you have anything above 1, there's something wrong with your copy because they had to open the email to unsubscribe, right? So there's something in your copy that is a turnoff, and you got to look at how you're wording stuff. Okay. So you guys, Everyone's being so sweet here. Law says, I'm nervous about pissing off fellow musicians who happen to be on your list. They need different language. Yeah, you could segment your list. I don't know why you'd be pissing them off. Like, are you swearing at them? Are you like, what's happening? But James, I'm glad you're getting value. But yeah, you can segment your list, tag them. That's something that we go over in the tech stuff. So I'm going to answer questions in 1 second. For those of you who are like, okay, yes, this is me leveling up. Like, I know this is key for me. First of all, like, give me a heck yeah, because I love you and I see you wanting to connect with your fans and make a difference for your own music career. So yay. If you're like, yes, my next investment for myself is not going to be that shiny new guitar. It's going to be Rock Your Email List. I want to give you some details. So I'm going to go through this in like literally under 5 minutes. I'm going to tell you about Rock Your Email List. You can decide if it's for you or not. Then I'm going to do this giveaway and show you how to do a giveaway for your any live streams or live shows. And then I'm going to stay on for as long as we need to answer questions. Okay. So that's how the rest of this is going to go. Okay. So Rock Your Email List is deluxe. It's the deluxe version. I just love that word. It's the full course to build, grow, monetize your list. It's a step-by-step approach to authentically attract the right subscribers, which is very important, and then turn them into paying subscribers, which is also very important. So you'll dive into the world of providing more value for your fans, creating more long-lasting relationships, and generating more consistent income than you ever thought possible. Okay, cool. That's what the course is. So here's what it contains. It's 11 hours of videos. It's worksheets and cheat sheets, so you don't have to waste time scrolling back through the videos or looking on Google. I've been talking about the email templates. You guys, the email templates, there's over 40 of them now. I keep adding to them. Like I did one for the pandemic, like what to send people and how to like talk to your list. So you'll get dozens of them to promote CDs, Patreon pages, engage with your fans, sell the stuff, re-engage, welcome series. There's like a lot of them. So you do not have to do any of that work. And then there's a community. So you'll be added to the Rock Your Email List community. And this is an amazing group because you can get feedback and test your subject lines, and you get regular access to me and opportunities to cross promote, not just with each other, but with me. I do a lot of cross promotion with artists in Rock Your Email List because I know that your email lists are set up and you have great content. So we go through the stages of email marketing, which we sort of talked about today in the four things we talked about: strategy, technology, awareness, gathering, engagement, which is your content, and selling. And that is how the course is structured. It is linear. You handle this thing and then you handle the next thing. And maybe some of you have the tech handled. So you're like, cool, I'm just really bad at talking about it. Or maybe you have all the emails written, but you have no idea how to implement it in technology. All of that stuff gets handled in a step-by-step process. So don't take my word for it. There are hundreds and hundreds of people in this course and 100% success rate. So Maria's like, I'm doing my first release as a solo artist, and I finally found someone who gives advice that's applicable. It's not advice, you guys. It's so much more than advice. But that's great. And then this email is generating so much response. Emails have been pouring in since 20 minutes after I hit send. And that is what we want. We want that engagement, right? So upon completion, you'll be confident in attracting the right subscribers for your music and turn them into paying fans through consistent content that's not overwhelming you. You're going to remove the overwhelm from your email system and create a regular stream of income after you leap into action. Okay, so the videos include strategy talk. So like similar to this, like getting clarity on what you want, what you need, feel confident, but also there are technology sessions. So these are screen shares of different platforms and how to integrate sign-up forms with your own website. So we'll go through all the technological hurdles of setting up a working email system like tags, automation, and email campaign flow. Cool. So it looks kind of like this, right? I go into actually like the HTML and I make it really simple and fun and easy to get your list up and running. Cool. So that's what the videos include. And there's also bonus example videos and coaching calls, right? So there's sometimes the email list stuff, you guys, it's not about the email list. It's actually about what's stopping you in your career. That whole, like, I don't want to bother people with email. It has nothing to do with email. That has everything to do with you not thinking you have anything worth selling. Wah, wah. Coach Cheryl right there. Okay, cool. So Harriet had a list of 50, and then after she did the course, she got to 300. And she said she's growing the list and getting good replies and good open rates, and Facebook ads are generating new subscribers. This course has turned me on to so many possibilities I'd not thought of and helped me redirect my career on so many levels, not just email. You guys are getting this, right? It's not just email. So The videos are going to give you the clarity and step-by-step instructions and action items and confidence and a plan. It's so great. The worksheets are going to get you organized, and there's slides of every video so you can focus on the important stuff and you don't actually have to take notes. Woohoo! We love that. This is what the worksheets look like from a distance. They're pretty, they're useful, they're bullet point, and they get it down to what matters. Cool. So GT Thomas says, I'm loving this course. For the first time ever, I'm getting a grip on who my avatar is. Yes, I love that. Okay, so the worksheets are going to help you lock in the material and organize it, define your ideal followers, summarize material from the videos, and keep track of all of your work in one place. Cool, right? So the templates, let's talk about this. So there's so little to do. You just need to add your links, and I tell you exactly where they go. You change a little bit of the wording to put it in your voice, and then it's ready to go. So you never have to worry about what to send next or how to sell to your audience, because I've got the selling handled, and that's the hardest part of monetizing and getting this return on investment. So there are dozens of emails. The series, I already sort of went through them, but releasing a single, launching Patreon, inviting fans to host house concerts or Zoom concerts, selling merch, selling tour tickets, the works. So Greg looks really upset, but he's actually quite happy because his automation is set up and active, and he gained 50% more subscribers since starting the course. That's awesome. Oh, you guys, I went onto Upwork, which is like a virtual assistant site, and so many people are trying to find someone else to write their emails for them, which, by the way, you should, even if you want to hire a VA, you should never have them write your emails for you. Especially if you want that connection with your fans. But the price to get someone to, like a real copywriter, is from the low end, $1,500 to $5,000 for one email. Oh my God, you guys, I give you 40 in this course. And I also went to Fiverr, which is like the really cheap place. You get what you pay for kind of freelancer place. And this guy's $10 for an email, but here's the problem. He says, I'm the guy you meet when you're in need of a great copy. So listen, you don't want this person writing your email. You just don't. Okay, so the templates are going to save you dozens of hours, and it's going to take away probably most of the overwhelm and allow you to generate real income because you're using selling copy that actually works, and it will feel organic to you, right? So it's going to change your career. And last thing, the community is support from a crew that gets you. So you, like I said, test your subject lines and ask the questions and get motivation and share fun memes and get access to me. And Chris says this group is awesome. All you need to know. Okay, cool. The community is going to love on you and help you grow into the musical business person you know you can be. So you get all of this stuff, just to summarize. Oh yeah, there's insider deals because I talked to other companies and they're like, yeah, you're doing awesome stuff. Here's a deal for people in Rock Your Email List. So that's cool. You get updates, lifetime access. You can do this at your own pace, all that stuff. The money part of this is that Berklee College of Music is around $63,000 for a year. A public university is around $20,000. Most of them in their music programs still don't talk about email marketing, which is bananas to me. So there are courses out there that can do like music business. This is from Berklee Online, and they're all like $2,700, $1,500. So, you know, you could still do a one-off course, but you're not going to get email in this way. Well, so the cost of making a record, let's talk about that, because if you're spending money to make a record and then you don't have anyone to sell it to, I don't understand why you're making the record. CD Baby suggests budgeting $10,000 to make a record. That, in my experience, is on the low end, but that's cool. And also the cost of gear. A new Taylor guitar is like $2,000 to $4,000. So I know that you're always investing in your music career. I know that about you. So this is the investment for you, right? And remember, people spend 138% more through email than social media. So you're going to make this money back faster than you would if you're investing in literally anything else, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. So there are courses out there on licensing Spotify, social media. I have taken a lot of them. The average price for them is between $1,000 and $2,000, which is great. And if you want to hire a copywriter for that one email, you're going to spend $1,500 or get bad grammar, as we just saw. So this is the thing. I have been told that Rock Your Email List. Well, first of all, let's go here. Remember my favorite number, my favorite statistic. If you grow your list to 2,000 subscribers, it's $24,000 a year. When you're doing email right, it's $1 to $2 per subscriber per month. So what is a shortcut to $24,000 worth? Because that's what Rock Your Email List is, you guys. Let's get real. It's a shortcut to you having consistent income. Okay. Is it worth $3,000? No, because that's not what the price is. Is it worth $1,500? Nope. How about the actual price of the course, which is $899? And this course, you guys, and like anything you invest in for yourself, it's not worth what you pay for it. It's worth what you do with it, right? It's worth what you do with it. Okay. So you can go to inthekey.co/email course if you know this is for you. That's all the info you need on the course. You can do it at your own time. Here's a little ticker to help you. Go to inthekey.co/email course. If you sign up today, there's also some bonuses. Yeah, I love shopping too. And that's why I love discounts and or bonuses. So I'm going to just really quickly run you through the bonuses, and then we're going to do our giveaway, and you can be like, oh, that's how you do this. So you're ready for this. And here's the bonuses. Because you're here on this training, when you sign up, you get these bonuses for free. If you know that this is for you, go ahead and sign up. You're still going to get the bonuses. So you can go and run and do that. The first one is the Perfect Pitch, which some of you may have heard of. It's one of my most popular courses. It's a very easy course. So Rock Your Email is all about conquering writing emails to many people. Perfect Pitch is mastering writing an email to one person. So it's a quick and absolutely necessary course. It's an 8-step process to write empowering emails that will have you stop hearing crickets and start hearing yes. So if you're pitching your music to anyone, this is a great course to have. You get the 8 steps to creating the pitch. You get tried and true email templates. So more templates, pitching music to a variety of people, including venue promoters, music supervisors, people you know, and companies you might have just Googled. And then you get a community where you can test your pitch out and get feedback from me. So imagine being able to book whatever venue you want, set up meetings with whomever you want, and get results because you get yeses. Like when I send a pitch email, I get a yes 100% of the time. And that used to not be the case. It used to be about 10% of the time. So that's good stuff. So, like literally 1,000 musicians have taken this course, but I love Tim's quote. I made $3,000 extra this month because of this course. It's like a no-brainer, right? Cool. So bonus number 1 is the secret to turn pitches into results. Yes. Bonus number 2. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite. A 2-hour training with Rick Barker called From Unknown to In the Zone. This is a deep dive into Facebook ads with social media marketing guru Rick Barker. If you don't know him, he's amazing. And he and I did a fabulous 2-hour training on using Facebook ads to promote not just your music, but your videos and your email list. So after spending 2 hours with Rick and I, you'll be confident on how to create converting Facebook ads for any reason. And here's the thing, you don't need to run Facebook ads to be in this course, just so you know. Yeah, Rick is totally the best. Love him. So bonus number 2 is 2 hours of how to gain more fans via Facebook. Bonus number 3 is a song placement workshop with my very, very good friend, Michael Elsner, who is a licensing guru. I thought I was cool with like my 40 placements. And then I met Michael and I was like, I'm going to just sit down now because he has over 2,500 placements of his music. And now he generously shares the simple system, how he does it. And he made a video just for you. He talks about how he uses his email list to secure 10 to 12 licenses per month. Like, wah! So that is so awesome, right? So that is our third bonus. You get the Perfect Pitch course, you get Unknown to In the Zone with Rick Barker, and you get a song placement workshop. And if you purchase during this live webinar, if you're watching the replay, I love you, but this doesn't apply to you, but you get on a Zoom call with me. It's a small group Zoom call just for people purchasing during this webinar before I click end. And we're going to have a glass of wine. We're going to talk about your career. You're going to meet some other people in the course that you're going to get to cross promote with right away. You're going to get Insta list growth just from being on the Zoom call with me. And plus you get in my world. And once you're in my world, it's like over my dead body, or you're not going to see massive results for your life. So, you know, there's that. So go ahead. The enrollment is open. Go to inthekey.co/email course. Sign up now. There's a payment plan. You can get started for $249, which is bananas. Bananas. And I have a guarantee. There's no refund policy, but I work with you until you get results, which is a really good guarantee, y'all. So, oh, Robin, oh my gosh. Robin says, I go to Berkeley. Do yourself a favor and just get in this course. Email marketing isn't being taught anywhere else, but it's the, I'm going to try not to swear, but Robin can. That's amazing. I love that. Okay, so sign up now because email is the #1 tool you'll need in your tool belt. More than licensing, which can be inconsistent. I know that from personal experience. More than streaming, which can be pennies. I make pennies every month from streaming, you guys. Pennies. And more than gigging, which is so much work. And I've done that a lot too. And you may love all of them, but each one of those is going to be better when you have a working email list. Like the email list is the foundation, y'all. So Oh, I said that already. I've had success in all of them, but what was there for me the whole way was my email list. Very true. So this is all the stuff you get. Woohoo, stuff. And then you type the link in and you can choose how you want to pay. You can pay with a payment plan and get started for $249, or you can pay now and save some money because it's a discount if you pay up all in full, whatever. And either way, you'll get into my Zoom coaching call. And you guys, I'm a very expensive career coach because I'm super freaking effective. So this is kind of worth the price of admission right there. And then you'll get a welcome email with the course login and the bonuses. You'll see the courses in your dashboard. You can also access it through the Kajabi app, which is very cool. If you have any Rick Barker's programs or Michael Elsner's or Chris Bradley's, you can see all of them on the Kajabi app, which is really awesome. So if you're wondering, I can't afford it, I get that. I'm like totally with you. I also think that if you're still here, you can. So figure out the payment plan. Like I'm one of those people. It's like when you know something in your bones is working, is going to work for you, throw your hat over the fence and then take the actions you need to make it work. It's very empowering to just do that. So if you, let me just say this, you can be good at your music career and making money with it, or you can be good at making excuses for it. And I've heard all the excuses. Like I've heard them all. I've also made them all. I'm not ready. I'm too old. I'm too young. I don't want to bother people. Are all excuses for I'm terrified that if I master this and I actually am effective in communicating with my fans, maybe they won't like my music, or maybe they won't like me. And it's simply not true. Your fans are going to be the people that are like, yes, keep going. Okay. Let's keep going here. So we're almost done. Oh, if you don't have time, yes, you do, because you can do this at your own pace. I always forget to say that. And you can absolutely do this at your own pace. The Facebook group is there. You can buy it now so you get all the bonuses, and you can put it in your calendar to do it in July. Like, okay, cool. Just know that you're going to handle it, right? That's all you need to know. You can do this course from anywhere, and you'll be armed with communication tools that will have your CD release actually not be a flop. Yes. Oh my gosh. And issue is time management and really doing the work. I am very good at making sure people finish this course. Like, it's not like, oh, you bought it. Cool. I don't need to worry about you. I am like committed. Like I said, once you're in my world, like game on. So if time management is like a problem for you, like I'm sure it's not just a problem with courses. I'm sure it's actually a problem in other areas of your life. Like, let's get that handled. It's also what we do in Amplify, my mastermind. Like, we get time management handled. Like, what if you were just super productive and you had more time in your life? Oh, that's what this email course is all about, by the way. It's like getting some freedom. Katie, you are a member for life. It does not expire. I often do updates as well and send more templates, so you get all of those. So absolutely, great question. If you're not ready, I think you are if you're still here. So I'm just going to say that. You're ready to find your true fans, make some consistent money, and have the connection you've been craving. And yeah, train your fans to be great fans for other musicians. You guys, that's like the giving back part of this, right? Okay, so I'm going to leave the link down below. Let's put that on like not a ticker because that's annoying me. Ticker be gone. That's the link. Type that in. Go grab it. But let's do this giveaway. And then I'm going to answer every single one of your questions. So you guys take note. First of all, you're going to be able to win stuff, but this is what you can do on your live streams, on your social, even if you're not a performer, but you want to talk about the music you're releasing, you can go live and do this. So here's what we're going to do. So this is what you're going to do right now, but also take note on how to do this because it's super effective. I've seen other people do it. It's very fun. Okay. So you're going to go to my Instagram account, In the Key of Success on Instagram, and you're going to go follow me. You got to be following me. And then what you're going to do is go to my most recent post and tag one friend in the comments. Share one thing you got from this training. Just one word, like, I got confidence, email's possible, I'm psyched, you might like this. So the post is actually a testimonial about Rock Your Email List. So just go follow me, tag a friend, and in about a couple minutes, I have my assistant working in the background. It's going to pick random winners, and here's what you're going to win. I'm going to have 3 winners. Okay, here is what the prize is. The first one, by the way, these are from, well, I'll tell you where they're from. The first one is earbuds from Lovebuds, which are the people who designed the technology behind the Apple AirPods. So this is one of my favorite Black-owned stores, and you're going to get earbuds sent to you from Lovebuds. which is awesome. The second one is another one of my favorite Black-owned stores, and that is who I'm supporting these days. And I am really excited about that. From Urban Mystics, you're going to get a self-care kit, because if you guys know my music at all, I'm in the new age world. I'm kind of into the witchy enchantress vibe. And so this is a candle and some crystals and some cleansing stuff. So you could win this. It's going to be good for you. And there was just a new moon. We're coming into full moon. So you can use it the next time there's a new moon kit. And then the third thing, the third prize, yes, no, more on no coupon needed. It's actually built in, the bonuses and everything built in. The third prize is me. It's a half-hour coaching call with me, one-on-one, you and me on the phone. We're going to talk about your music career and how this course fits in with you. Or whatever. Maybe you don't buy the course. You don't need to buy the course to be eligible to win any of these prizes. You should buy the course because you're still here. So this is what you got to do. So there's 3 prizes for the giveaway. Go to In the Key of Success on Instagram. Follow me. And you guys, so this is like, there's a little Instagram growth hack too, right? You could send people to your Spotify playlist to follow you and send you a screenshot. Like, there's so many different things you could ask people to do here, but ask them to do something. Follow, tag someone, or share something on their Twitter or on their Facebook or whatever. And then you're getting that social proof right there. So you can do this with your live shows. It's cool, right? Okay, cool. So that's what you're going to do. Do that right now, because I'm going to announce the winner while I'm answering questions. So like, don't wait to do this later. Do it now. And this is the 3 things you win. And now I want to give you the next steps, and then I'm going to answer all your questions. So for those of you who are like, how to do this? What do I do next? I'm overwhelmed. That was a lot of information. Yes. You can come back to this video and watch it at half speed because I know that I talk fast, but it's only because I value your time. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is put into your calendar a recurring weekly or daily event to work on your email list. So for those of you who are like, I want to do the course, but I'm not sure. No. Put it in your calendar, a recurring weekly or daily event to work on your email list, your landing page, the tech, the writing, the series, sharing it, like posting about it. Cool. That's what I want you to do. Put it into your calendar. When it's in your calendar, then you got to actually like obey your calendar, right? Cool. But put it in your calendar. That's the first place it lives in reality. The second thing, I want you to write your welcome email. If you already have a welcome email, review it, tweak it, like make some changes to really optimize it. If you're not getting above 70% open rate on that email, work on the subject line. Write or review your welcome email. The next step is to create an outline. Don't worry about writing all those emails. Write the outline for your Nurture series and your Rise series. Figure out what you sell. Make a list of all the things you could possibly sell in a Rise series. It's probably more than you think, just so you know, which is good news. Choose and or learn more about your email platform before you copy and paste the emails in. Watch a bunch of videos, get super dorky, get like me with your email platform so that you can become a master of it. Okay? And then the last thing is choose how you will next invest in your music career. So I want you to play this out. So if you're like, okay, cool, the next time I spend money, it's going to be on my record or I'm going to buy a piece of gear. How is that going to help you and your music get heard more, make additional income? Play it out. Like, you might have an answer. So play that out. Then play out, okay, what if I get Rock Your Email List? What if I go to inthekey.co/email course and buy this thing? Okay, I'm going to have some work to do up front. I'm super clear on that. I can do it whenever I want. I can schedule it. Cheryl's going to support me in that. Cool. I'm going to grow my email list. I'm going to have hundreds of people, if not thousands of people that I'm going to be able to talk to. So then when I do decide to sell something, they're going to buy it. I'm going to have income that's going to actually be able to pay for the next music that they're going to be psyched about because they're part of the process from the beginning. Play that out. See how that goes. Okay? Just play it out. That's what I'm asking you to do. So take a screenshot of this. These are your actions to do. Just go through this. You do any one of these, you're going to be in a better place. Your email is going to be more successful than it is right now. I promise you. And if you don't have a list set up yet, get yourself going on a platform. Get those emails written. This is the order to do this stuff. Okay. So you've got some homework to do. Yay. And remember, this is linear. So wherever you get stopped, just stop right there. So you're like, cool, I know what the strategy is. Technology. Oh my God, I get stopped here. Don't even look to the rest of that word. Handle the technology. Then, okay, awareness. How am I going to talk about this? I got a landing page. Cool. Gathering, growth. I'm doing that stuff. Cool. Engagement. All right, I need to write some email copy. I got it. Cool. Selling. I got it in my Rise series. So just keep going through until you've got all the things handled and you're ready to go. Okay. All right, everyone. That was my slides. I'm going to answer all of your questions now. Thank you for sticking with me. This was epic because it is an epic tool that so few musicians know about. So I try to get it all in. I could have just talked about writing your emails. I could have just talked about how to grow your list. That is not interesting to me. This is a total sort of holistic, full picture A to Z. And I really wanted to give that to you. So thank you for being here for that. I'm ready to answer your questions, and stick around if you want to win one of those things, because I'm going to give people 3 more minutes to submit, and then I will get you there. Okay. So let's start here. Linda says, each of our projects, I don't see a question mark here, so I'm not even going to read that. You have to have a question mark in order for me to read it. So I'm going back. Laws. Are you sending out your personal story, transitions, etc., but also only emailing when there's an event to tell everyone, example, news releases? Then that's 2 items on the email. It's not 2 items on the email. So my personal story transition. So like, for example, my Cinderella story is going out in a nurture series, right? So that's going out. Someone's on my list. They joined in January. Maybe they get to that email in March. If someone joins in March, they're probably getting it in May, right? So at some point they're getting those emails. And I send out my nurture series. They only go out on like Tuesdays, for example. If I have a broadcast, I send it out. Oh, and also my nurture series, they go out at 10 o'clock in the morning. I will make sure that my broadcast, which is what you're talking about when there's an event, right? Like a show or a release, I'll send those out in the afternoon. So someone won't get 2 emails from me at the same time. It's okay that they get 2 emails from me in the same day. No one has ever died in my program from getting 2 emails in one day. But yeah, you can time it differently so that they're not getting 2 things right on top of each other, but they would be separate emails. Absolutely. Good question there, Laws. Okay. Okay, Michael, let's see your question. For artists who have no music or very little music or merch available, does it make sense to focus on email before there's anything to sell? Or would you recommend releasing more first? Michael, I'm so jealous of you. If you know you're about to be making music and about to be making merch, this is the time to start your email list, because you can bring them on that journey with you. Like, I'm going into the studio to make my first song. Like, how cool is that? How cool is that? You absolutely want to have the people to sell to first before you start selling. And you get to nurture them, and you can talk about your story, choosing this music career, and then they're going to get to know you. So by the time you do sell, it's not like, oh, now I need a list so I can sell them something, because you're not going to be able to sell to a new list anyway. You still need to develop that relationship with them. So this is a great question. So if you're just starting out, absolutely, the email list is the tool that I wish I had. I mean, I did have an email list from the get-go, but I kind of wish I was doing it a little more optimized. It was stressing me out in the beginning. So yeah, great question, but absolutely, I would not recommend releasing more before getting an email list. I would say start the email list now, do it as easy as possible, streamline the process, and bring them along this awesome journey that you're on. Great question. Okay, Martin says, I broadcast every 2 to 5 months with an open rate of 40 to 50%. What are advantages of automated versus broadcast? Aren't broadcast emails more personal? No, all the emails are you writing to many people. Everyone knows they're on a list, whether it's a broadcast or an automation. And there are ways to make it more personal. I went over a couple of those, so you can go back into the video. And also I talk about that in Rock Your Email List. 2 to 5 months with an open rate of 45 to 50% is good. So you're definitely sitting on a little gold mine. If you started to engage with them a little bit more often and set up automated emails, you could be doing some really cool Rise series with them. So the advantages of automated versus broadcast, it's not one or the other. They're all part of a really good working email strategy. The automated emails are sending out content and welcoming your email people, so they do not need to you don't need to worry about it. You could go on vacation, you could get kidnapped by aliens, and they would still be getting content from you. And broadcasts are when you have something that they need to know about right now. So it's not like you want to do one over the other. You want to do both. But good question. And also those are great open rates. So yeah, you definitely are sitting on a little pot of gold there. Who do we send the first email to? You don't have to send the email. If it's on, the welcome series should be automated, so they just get it to the people that are coming into your list. If you already have a list and you never welcomed them before, you can send them through that welcome series, and then just start to send your new traffic to that. Cool. Linda says each of our projects has a different featured artist in various genres. Ooh, very cool. So the start point for everything else moving forward, finding our avatar is our biggest challenge. Yes, I have lots of ideas. Some of them I already said, but do some research for other sort of cabaret type, various genres, various artists, and see what kind of people are interested there. People that have memberships at theaters, people who have memberships at music venues, high fancy music venues. They're open to seeing anything. So those might be your avatar, people that are looking for a diverse genre sort of platform. So that's very cool though. Very, very cool, Linda. I hope that helps. Katie Dobbins says, and then I'm going to read the winners, by the way, of the giveaway after Katie, and then I'll keep going to your questions. How do you stay engaged with fans who are responding to your emails once your list grows to say 1,000 people and you're getting so many personalized responses? 1,000 people is not going to overwhelm you. I have like over 10,000 people on my mailing list, and you send out an email and you might get like 10 replies a day. Like people are, unless you're specifically asking for replies, and I have done that, then you need to schedule some time to reply. But just put it into your calendar that you respond, maybe you have a half an hour in the mornings where you're responding to emails or whatever. But 1,000 people on a list is not going to overwhelm you. You are, especially if they're going through the automation at different times, like the list is growing, but not everyone is getting all the same automated emails, right? Because they're getting them based on when they signed up or based on what actions they did, what they clicked on, or however you've segmented your list. So I will tell you that is not a concern. If you get to the point where you have tens of thousands of people on your mailing list and you need help with that responding, you are going to be making enough money that you can hire someone to help you do that. Like hands down. Yeah. Very cool. This may seem weird, but your strategy is working in another unrelated business. And you're in. Yeah, you're in. And absolutely. I said that in the beginning, like this stuff is for anyone that wants to have a customer base, a fan base, whatever you want to call it. One of the programs that I took that I really loved about email marketing, the example they used for the entire program was selling mattresses, which is like not applicable to my life at all. Like a physical product, like it was just crazy. So yes, I use music as the example in my program. And all the templates you can absolutely change up for whatever sort of product that you have. It all happens to be music, but I put into brackets what you need to change anyway. So the answer is yes. And I'm really excited that you're in. Welcome. Okay, how far can we get using Bandzoogle to start? Which is a great question. Not far. You can collect a lot of emails and you can give away, you can write your first welcome email. Actually, no, you can't change the text in that, which kind of sucks. You can give away the free thing. They have an automatic email, but you can write all of these series that I'm telling you about, the Rise series, Nurture series, all this stuff, but you're going to have to send it out manually. So the answer is not very far. Sorry. But if you are just trying to like collect emails and it's something you're going to work on later, like cool, you can do that. And then you can always export that list into whatever platform you want to use. Cool. I'm going to scroll back because I might have Wyatt signed up. Heck yeah, we've got to play. Oh, you guys, I can't even remember. I said I was going to announce the winners. No one reminded me. Okay, ready? Winner number 1. Earbuds are going to Jamie Black. Jamie, okay, you're JAIMEBLSKSCK music. So we're going to go follow Jamie on Instagram, everybody. JAIMEBLSCK music. I'm going to announce all these in the Key of Success in a couple days and tag all the winners so that you can get some love. But Jamie, you got the earbuds. Katie Dobbins, you got the New Moon package. Congratulations. There's some self-care coming your way. Katie Dobbins music. You guys have to email me, reply to an email because I need your address. So reply to the email that you won. And I'll get these out to you this week. And then the half-hour coaching with me goes to Stephanie Chin. Hold on. I hope I'm saying that right. Maybe it's Shin, but it's Stephanie C_music. Congratulations. Oh, yes. So thank you so much for being awesome and being here. And congratulations to the winners. Shoot me an email. You can reply to any of the emails that I've sent you about this training. And if you don't have my email, just tag me in the comments and I will let you know. I know that there are more questions, so I'm going to scroll back a little bit. Hang tight. You're welcome to retype it so I see it. I love that there are people laughing at Robin Tucker's comment. Very, very awesome. Jen, I got it. Yay. Okay. Yay. Winners. Explain the payment plan. The payment plan is $249 a month for 4 months. So you can sign up and you get automatically charged. You don't need to come in and keep getting, paid or whatever. And you just pay, and it's not a subscription. So you can't cancel. It's like an actual payment that you continue to pay. You don't get to try it out. The reason I have it is because most musicians understand this. And the second someone takes advantage, I'm going to have to get rid of it. So that's what a payment plan is it's kind of like layaway where you buy a TV for $1,000 and you pay $100 a month until you pay it off. So that's what you're doing. So it's $249 you pay today to get started. You get access to everything. So it doesn't get dripped out. And then you just pay the next 4 months, $249. It's automatic on your credit card. So you don't need to come in and pay again. So that's how that works. But good question. Yeah. How often do I sell viral event info tickets? How often do you sell viral? I don't do virtual events. I don't do virtual events. So I don't know. However often you want to do live shows. We've got a bunch of people in Amplify that during the pandemic started going live every week and are like banking on their live streams. So that seems to be a good option. Or you could go monthly. You could do monthly show. Yeah, whatever's good for you if you're that kind of person. Because I'm really trying to make sure I'm not missing any comments because I want to make sure I answer all of them. But you've been amazing. So I think I'm going to end it here. If you're in the Key of Success Facebook group, I will answer your questions. You'll get some emails from me this week, like making sure that you have all the info you need to make a decision about Rock Your Email List. I'm going to do a Zoom call if you've got questions later in the week. But if you're signing up before I click end, you're going to be on a separate private coaching call with me. And we're going to have some fun and talk about your music career and make some good connections. So I encourage you all to go to inthekey.co/email course. If you want a prize, please shoot me an email. Let me know your email, the best email to send the thing to and the address so I can mail it to you. And I'm really psyched. Thank you and congratulations to all of our winners. Stephanie, who else? I want to say them all again just to make sure that I think you all saw, right? I'm going to just Jamie, Katie, Stephanie. Congratulations, you all. All right. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for spending this time with me. I really honor you, and I really honor your commitment to your own career and to your fans and what you're providing them with your music. So I'm very excited for you, and hopefully I'll see you inside of Rock Your Email List, and we will be able to take this even further to the next level and work out the plan so that this music career of yours is really like your dream come true. That's what we're going for here. So have a beautiful rest of your day. And thank you again for being here. Bye all.